I'm still on preparations, my friends. I hope gonna join. Yeah, we're gonna join the press conference really soon. I'm still in preparations, launching Twitch and pumping out the comment section. I will go live very soon. They're still waiting for those freaks to appear on the stage. I'm saying freaks because they are. And yeah. The situation updates for today. I'm still recording it, almost finished the video. Hi. Hi guys. Totally insane, nice to meet you. So are you ready for the beef? Let's go for the beef. Fucking huilo. Still waiting for the conference. Okay, here we go. Oh, I forgot to share the link for my Twitch. I'm sorry. I need to share it. And now let's go to Telegram. Live. After all, it's very important, like, guys, for us, I think. How are you doing? Dennis, nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see you, Scott. Hi, Betsy. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. What takes them so long, I mean, for this conference? I wonder about the volume, what it will be. Oh, I see Dmitriev. You probably will not see because of my image here. This freak. Belousov. I already recognize those fuckers. They're at the first row. Oh, we have some bots. Nice. Blocked. Scott, thanks for subscription. Let's get some good that we can see out meeting and just blah blah blah. I don't know. Oh, I also forgot to share my YouTube stream. Where? On Twitch. Not on Twitch, but on Twitter, yeah. Maybe I just shared the Twitch link.
Hey, New York, how's this audio now?
Okay, Twitch boast of the channels, tweeted. And I'm coming back to you, my friends. Sandra, hi. Hussein, hi. How are you doing? We have some good news updates from the front line, and I just want to speak about it more than American politics, but everyone is speaking about American politics. American and Russian and Ukrainian. Where is Zelensky? Home in Ukraine. What is the point of talking to terrorists? Ask Donny. Red carpet was so silly. Yeah, I shared already on my, I guess on my Telegram. Let me check. Boom, 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 boom. You know who did it? The red carpet thing. You see? America! Yeah! Hell yeah! Super military superpower. And this is the Russian airplane. Fuck! They couldn't even hire anyone, like someone, to put the carpet, but American military. Just look. Fuck. USA! USA! He's totally fucked up. Oh, hi. Greetings to Moldova. Greetings to Moldova. I hope you're doing great. And politics. Politics in your country will... the events in your country will be fine. Relative on the recent things happening. Russia is strongest country on earth. Yeah. It's not that Russia is strongest, it's like American politics is miserable. Open stream. Do we have the voice? The sound or what? I cannot sleep for the last night I haven't slept. I just had a nap by the time Putin was flying to Anchorage. Vitkov! Delusional freaking fuck. Nexus, hi. Grace Danny, I was wondering if you're streaming this. Glad. Yeah, like at least we'll have some of the outcome here. Maybe I could have streamed the entire event, you know. It would be like a long stream with airplane flying. I thought about it, you know. Airplane flying, some of the rumors, discussing with you for maybe 6 hours at least, but yeah, the press conference at least will have some outcome, right? Here. Geroim Slava. Any advice for the first pilot job interview? Scott, just wear the suit. Like, it should not be expensive suit, but visual perception plays a great role, all right? And depends on your airline. Try to find on the internet how the interview is ongoing usually. For example, for Emirates, you can purchase even, I think it costs $100 or something. Purchase the program which helps you to train those mathematic tests, PLAB tests, and so you'll know what they ask, basically. You may find it, I think, on latest pilots jobs website. At least then I went there, I searched for it. But for my
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America and the President of the Russian Federation.
The sound is good, it seems like. I wonder if they say something about Zelensky here.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect. We have very thorough
We have Russian in the right
quite
here and
peaceful.
left in the
I would like to thank once again my American counterpart for the proposal to travel out here to Alaska. It only makes sense that we've met here because our countries, though separated by the oceans, are close neighbors. So when we've met, when I came out of the plane, and
How
I
is the
said,
sound? Like Russian and English, it's
"Good
crazy.
afternoon, dear
Russian and
neighbor.
English.
Very good to see you, in good health, and to see you alive." I think that is very neighborly.
Trump is happy.
And I think that's some kind words that we can say to each other. We're separated by the Strait of Bering, though there are 2 islands only between the Russian island and the U.S. island. They're only 4 kilometers apart. We're close neighbors, and it's a fact. It's also important that
My brain
Alaska
is
has to do
overwhelmed.
with our common heritage, common history
I
between
try
Russia
to find
and the U.S.
something
and many
else in
positive
internet.
events have to do with that territory. Still, there is tremendous cultural heritage back from the Russian America. For example, Orthodox churches and a lot of more than 700 geographical names of Russian origin. During the Second World War, it was here in Alaska that was the origin of the legendary air bridge for the supply of military aircraft and other equipment under the Land-Lease program. It was a dangerous and treacherous route over the vast emptiness of ice. However, the pilots of both countries did everything to bring closer the victory. They risked their lives and they gave it all for the common victory.
It's the same
I was just
everywhere.
in the city of Magadan in Russia, and there is a memorial there dedicated to the Russian and the U.S. pilots. And there are 2 flags, the U.S. flag and the Russian flag. And I know that
Oh,
here
it's the
as
same.
well, there is such a memorial. There is a military burial place several kilometers away from here the Soviet pilots that buried there who died during that dangerous mission. We're thankful to the citizens and the government of the U.S. for carefully taking care of their memory. I think that's very worthy and noble. We'll always remember other historical examples when our countries defeated common enemies together in the spirit of battle camaraderie and allyship that supported each other and facilitated each other. I'm sure that this heritage will help us rebuild and foster mutually beneficial and equal ties at this new stage, even during the hardest conditions. It is known that there have been no summits between Russia and the U.S. for 4 years, and that's a long time. This time was very hard for bilateral relations, and let's be frank, they've fallen to the lowest point since the Cold War. I think that's not benefiting our countries and the world as a whole. It is apparent that sooner or later we have to amend the situation to move on from the confrontation
to the hi, the first time in the chat. Greetings to Germany also, Ruby.
Naturally, under the condition of serious and painstaking work, this work has been done in general.
Checking out
Me and
the
President
information
Trump
about the
have very
text.
good direct contact. We've spoken multiple times. We spoke frankly on the phone. And special envoy of the president, Mr. Woodruff, traveled out to Russia several times. Our advisors and heads of foreign ministries kept in touch all the time. And you know fully well that one of the central issues was the situation around Ukraine. We see the strive of the administration and President Trump personally to help facilitate the resolution of the Ukrainian conflict. And his strive to get to the crux of the matter, to understand this history, is precious. As I've said, the situation in Ukraine has to do with fundamental threats to our security. Moreover, we've always considered the Ukrainian nation, and I've said it multiple times, a brotherly nation, however strange it may sound in these conditions. We have the same roots, and everything that's happening is a tragedy for us, and terrible wound. Therefore, the country is sincerely interested in putting an end to it. At the same time, we're convinced that in order to make the settlement lasting and long-term, we need to eliminate all the primary roots.
Again, he says about the root of the causes of the war. Same shit.
Just balance security in Europe and in the world on the whole. And I agree with President Trump, as he has said today, that naturally the security of Ukraine should be ensured as well. Naturally, we are prepared to work on that. I would like to hope that the agreement that we've reached together will help us bring closer that goal and will pave the path towards peace in Ukraine. We expect that Kiev and European capitals will perceive that constructively and that they won't throw a wrench in the works. They will not make any attempts to use some backroom dealings to conduct provocations to torpedo the nascent progress. Incidentally, when the new administration came to power, bilateral trade started to grow. It's still very symbolic. Still, we have a growth of 20%. As I've said, we have a lot of dimensions for joint work.
It's bullshit, yeah.
Hi. Russian investment and business cooperation has tremendous potential. Russia and the U.S. can offer each other so much in trade, digital, high-tech, and in space exploration. We see that Arctic cooperation is also very possible. And our international context, for example, between the Far East of Russia and the West Coast of the U.S. Overall, it's very important for our countries to turn the page, to go back to cooperation. It is symbolic that not far away from here, at the border between Russia and the U.S., there is a so-called international date line.
The usual bullshit he says about Arctics, about turning the page, forget about my murders
in political sphere.
Let's make
I would
business.
like to thank President Trump for our joint work, for the well-wishing and trustworthy tone of our conversation. It's important that both sides are result-oriented, and we see that the President of the U.S. has a very clear idea of what he
I
would
see
like
so
to
much
achieve.
bullshit, yeah.
He sincerely cares about the prosperity of his nation. Still, he understands that Russia has its own national interests. I expect that today's agreements will be the starting point, not only for the solution of the Ukrainian issue, but also will help us bring back business-like and pragmatic relations between Russia and the U.S. And in the end, I would like to add one more thing. I'd like to remind you that in 2022, during the last contact with the previous administration, I tried to convince my previous American colleague that the situation should not be brought to the point of no return when it would come to hostilities. And I said it quite directly back then that it's a big mistake. Today, when President Trump is saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that. I think that overall, me and President Trump have built a very good, business-like and trustworthy contact. And I have every reason to believe that moving...
What a shit show! What a shit show! That's it. Like Trump says absolutely nothing. Pure water. And Putin said something about past history and other bullshit. And it seems like Trump was really disappointed. After all, despite what he was saying, like, he was really disappointed. Like, then he was speaking like, he was not cheerful at all. Like, he was like, and Putin is taking his moment. At least there was some logic in his speech, which was maybe written for him, I don't know. At least, like, Donald Trump, blah, 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 from the history perspective. Like, Biden, blah, 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 Biden is bad, you're the best out there in the world, and because of you, we're gonna, like, rule the world altogether. Great economy perspective, but even before the start of the war, there was no real trade, like, full-scale trade compared to European Union, compared to Asian countries, between Russia and America. And Trump was really, like, he didn't know what, he said absolute bullshit. Russia hoax. We agree on many things, but the main thing we didn't agree on, and that's all conference. They haven't responded to any sort of the questions. Like, people, journalists were waiting for it. For what? For freaking what? Oh my God. This is so humiliating. Like, for United States, it was really a humiliation visit with the soldiers and the red carpet I showed you before. They say about the... so it seems like this visit is over. Like, it's completely over. Oh... They didn't say about one more meeting. Like, Putin say, okay, next time to Moscow. Like, absolute zero, I would say. Or even below zero outcome. Like, Putin with his usual historical bullshit, and Trump with his usual Russia hoax accusations. Yeah, that those were wrong. Trump had previously said that he would call Europeans and Zelensky if the meeting went well. Trump called Zelensky and the European leaders after the summit with Putin. So what? He said he would call anyways. Putin said that there should be security guarantee for Ukraine, but again, Putin mentioned the original causes of this war. or like the same bullshit they always say. Original cause of this war. It's basically non-Ukrainian existence is the original cause of the war. What happened? What is speaking here? Oops, this is some sort of the beep sound from what is beeping here? Very strange. And the way how Putin looked, then he was asked the questions about why he continued to bomb Ukraine. Just look at his fuck. Where is charisma of Putin? Shit. What a disgusting piece of shit. But in fact, red carpet meeting for dictator who kills people, it's crazy. Yeah. There were even like airplanes flying. So it was this short military parade. Alaska, F-35 airplanes. This is crazy. America lost. I don't have words, guys. This is worse than I expected. Especially, I'll show you this again. This one, yeah. Freaking American soldiers who bow and put the red carpet in front. Like what? How else can you humiliate your own country, your own military? This is disgusting. Even for like, I'm not American, but I don't want to be if my possible future president is like that, forcing military to put the red carpet in front of the Russian airplane. Bow, like that is oh my god. This is crazy. And Putin is very happy. He's jumping from happiness, I'm sure, with his short bump jumps. This is, guys, I don't know if you live in America, like if you're Americans, how you feel. Are you feel okay with your leadership? And MAGA will eat it. MAGA will say, hooray! USA, USA. Fuck. Oh my god. I wish someone had loud sound system to play the Ukrainian national. Oh, yes, yeah. No, they don't care really. Unfortunately, we'll be again and again with this president. You think so? I think, yeah, for next few years, yeah, obviously. There is no way how to change him, sadly. Yeah. And this is also embarrassment, like this. Why don't we have the sound here? I don't hear the sound. Okay, I'm gonna play something, maybe. I don't have the sound in this video. Yeah, I don't have the sound on my PC either. I think it's... Oh, okay, I just switched the sound off, sadly. So, yeah, just a moment. So Putin and Trump, they're walking red carpet, honored by American soldiers. And they know what MAGA says? It's to demonstrate Putin power. No, it's just a parade, like usual military parade for Putin. He knows B-2 spirit, he knows about American fighter jets and so on. It's just the high-level perception, showing that we're launching parade in your oh fuck, I'm on lack of the English words already. All jets forgot to drop the package. Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm sure he felt intimidated. Not, I don't know, but it's too much honor to this dictator. Я пам-парам. Я согласен с тобой 100%. Да. Vatniks and MAGA are the same. Putin and Moscow BC next meeting would be Trump and Zelensky. See what there. I don't think negotiations are possible really with Putin. I think he will go full-scale military. He will escalate during the autumn time, even though we have like some good news today from the front lines, but in general, Russia still keeps the advantage. My latest NAFA pachki. I don't what is NAFA? Like, I think it's some sort of the organization which collects funds for Ukraine or what? Or operates in favor of... Like, I know that they exist, but I do not cooperate with them. Trump will chicken out. Yeah, as usual. Trump seemed very drained afterwards, like he truly tried to convince Putin to cease fire, but could not do it. Yeah, I think so. I think that Trump is just living in his own personal world. He thinks that he can negotiate with the Russian dictator about something and force him for ceasefire, but Russia doesn't want it. Jake works with NAFA. Okay. Yeah, that's how I know about NAFA. There should be no negotiations. If Putin wants peace, then he could just send his soldiers home. His foolish assault failed, and he's not just a man enough to accept it. Yeah, I think so. Like in a long-term perspective, Russia doesn't have the ability to conquer Ukraine as a sovereign state. Do you think Zelensky would meet with Putin and Trump? Yeah, he's calling for the meeting with Putin, I think, already for several months, but Putin doesn't want to meet with Zelensky. You see, for Putin, Ukraine, judging on his interviews to Tucker Carlson, for him, Ukraine is Russia, just brainwashed by West, and Ukrainians are Russians, so Ukraine should not exist. And Zelensky is just the leader, not of a country, but of this Russian oblast, which rides against Russian peace. That's the perception of Putin. So if he meets with Zelensky, he would, in his own eyes, he would lower himself at the level of the governor of the oblast, which is rioting and fighting against Russia. So that's his perception. Yeah, we're gonna ban some of the users. I'm not in EU, just for your information. Putin is denying Ukraine, it will be pointless. Yeah, but he's sure that he is capable to win this war. I don't know why he has those, maybe he has those advisors, yeah, who tell him that he's capable, but Putin looks honestly surprised by F-22. Oh, yeah, those are F-22. Yeah, not F-35, as I mentioned, sorry. I'm not good in those airplanes. In military, I know more commercial, yeah. Thank you, Vladimir. I will probably see you again very soon. Next time, Moscow, baby. I could see it happening, said Trump. Yeah, we heard it in press conference. But again, Putin said about the causes of the war, yeah? And he said if Trump was president, the war would have never ever happened. The same rhetorics from Donny, just to, brainwash Donny a little. Mick Ryan, who is the guy? History lesson from Putin on the close relationship between Russia and America in World War II to achieve a common victory. Putin laying it on really thick. Yeah, who's Mick Ryan? So they say that Trump said that the meeting was wonderful. It was productive, yeah. But they do not specify anything, or haven't specified so far. There was the thing, he said, one thing they have not yet agreed on, but it's the minor thing. Like what? Are they speaking about territories or? I think Trump will call Zelensky today, and Zelensky may tell something to the press. But what can United? All right. For example, Donny agrees with Putin for Ukraine to seize, territories of Donetsk Oblast or even Kherson, Zaporizhia, I don't know, whatever. Kiev Oblast, Kharkiv Oblast, Lviv. They may agree on anything, but how can they force Ukraine to do it? Like, what's the potential pressure they may do on Ukraine there? Like what United States can do. Military support, well, we received the packages from the previous White House administration, and there is no perspective, at least I don't see, to receive more from USA right now. Will there be direct military help from USA, from Trump's administration? I don't think so, anyways. So what are we losing? Like, United States will help Russia or what? To push Ukraine to give up territories. Like, they cannot force Ukraine to capitulate. That's what we understand. So they might speak, they might go and kiss each other in those meetings. Moscow, Washington, New York, whatsoever. It doesn't matter, really. As long as Ukraine has military support from EU. Yeah, without American support, it is very bad. But at least I think United States would continue to sell weapons to Europe. I hope. What our volunteers say? They say that it's all bullshit. Yeah, I agree. Trump, we haven't agreed in many. We have agreed on many of the questions, but not on all. Yeah, it's understandable. Like, what was this meeting for? Just for Putin to show off, to show that he is not isolated. That's the main purpose. It was achieved brilliantly. Red carpet, military parade, humiliation of the United States soldiers. Putin is happy. It is his win, really. Flawless victory, or how to say?
Flawless victory.
Over Trump in democracy. That's crazy. War continues. Yeah, absolutely. Our volunteers say that no change. Like those are the dances with. They're dancing with each other. That's it. Fucking fuckers. Okay, this cartoon I saw today from Fionis. He published it right away. That was fun. Yeah. Let's see. 1 minute 21 seconds.
Мене турбує, що Зеленський має право вступити у війну і
There are some of the subtitles. I don't like that Zelensky has approval to go to war and kill everybody.
вбити всіх. Але віддати свою територію йому заважає українська конституція.
But to give up its own territory, constitution keeps him from giving his land. Okay.
В той час як Путіну конституція не заважає, щоб записати в неї ці території.
By the time that Putin's constitution is not stopping Putin from including those territories.
Так чи інакше, обмін територіями між Україною і Росією обов'язково відбудеться.
The exchange or swapping the territories will happen between Russia and Ukraine.
Вибачте. Обмін яких саме територій відбудеться?
What kind of territories?
Українських, звісно.
Ukrainian.
Українські.
For Ukrainian.
В якому сенсі?
What do you mean?
Послухайте, Путін готовий обміняти захоплені території на ті, що поки не зміг захопити.
This is true. Putin wants to exchange the captured territories on those he wasn't able to capture.
Що? Але обов'язково захопить. Якщо
And for sure he will capture those.
цього разу його війська будуть їхати по шосе, а не
He will capture those if his military will use the highways instead of farm roads
застрягнуть у багнюці.
and stuck in the mud.
Це якась маячня.
This is nonsense.
Ой, все, досить. Мені соромно бути тут. Я збираюсь побачити Путіна.
I want
Тож
to
я
see
їду до
Putin.
Росії.
I'm going to Russia.
До Росії? Але ж ви
Russia?
мали з ним зустрітись на Алясці.
But you want to meet with him in Alaska.
У вас змінились плани.
Have your plans changed?
Ні.
No. Oh my god. It is hilarious. Frionis, I wonder why he has so low subscriber count. Like, that's a lot for a YouTuber, average YouTuber, but he's so talented. And he's doing those kind of the cartoons for already a long time, like at least 2 years. Yeah? Oldest? 3 years. This is hilarious, actually. Kiev in 3 days and everything. This is legendary cartoon maker. So with Trump, yeah, and I like the drawing, he draws Trump. Really, it's nice. Yeah, just if you want to know free onis, you may type in English free. Like it's gonna be like this, free onis. I think like this. Yeah. Yeah. If you type free onis, you'll have it. Really funny guy. I watch their every upload right then. Yeah, I sometimes post it on my Telegram group. This is crazy. Like, I'm going to Russia. Are you going to Russia? Have you changed your mind? No. We're making Alaska Russia and kisses. Wow, this is really a talent. Don't believe in special military operation. I don't believe in special military operation 2.0. You think so? Maybe there will be maybe there's the chance for the ceasefire in the future. I don't see it might happen like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but it might happen. But the war itself has no chances to end unless Putin, KIA, or something happens to him significantly. English speakers don't realize how much they miss because we generally only talk one language. Yeah, I understand. Well, it's applied to every language. Like, I also don't understand some humor in English because it's not my native. So, yeah. Dennis, what about Donetsk? Will Russia take it? They occupied Donetsk, I think, in 2014, if we speak about the city. About Oblast, I think they have the chance for it in the coming couple of years. Watch Puppet Regime. Oh, yeah, Puppet Regime also. I think we watched in the last stream. It was funny. Dennis, your headaches are likely caused by lack of sleep. I get the same. Yeah. Yeah. Probably sleep deprivation. And also I have some health issues. They're connected with my, let's say, obesity. I overweight. You don't see it, but I have belly. And I tried and now to eat less. I'm on a diet. So far it works. I want to check out maybe some information. Like it's better not to open For You page, right? On Twitter. Historic. White House already tweeted. Historic, and look at Putin's ugly face. Yeah, sneaky guy. Putin has basically behaved like Adolf Hitler, even Enforcer. Enforcer, I think they supported Donny during election campaign, but I'm not sure about today. I watch sometimes them, but very rarely. Putin has basically behaved like Adolf Hitler he did before invaded Poland. Hitler spent about 12 months convincing people like Chamberlain that he wanted peace, and the entire time he was just buying time while he was preparing for attack. Guys, there are actually lots of the signs that Russia is getting ready for escalation or maybe for new special military operation. Sometimes I watch this Russian oppositioner. I'm not saying that he's good, but at least he tells the situation as it is in many of the videos. No. Why do we have the text change? Max. Cuts. Like cuts. And yeah. And he did the video like yesterday about, he called it Humiliation of Russia. And he tells about the Russian messenger Max, which they introduced, and Russia already blocked the phone calls for WhatsApp and Telegram, and they did it so rapidly, like that Russians, like forcing Russians to use Max Messenger. Also, he says that Russian regime is getting more loans, like record loans right now. They are boosting their military tremendously, and they're like preparing for something, he says. And he mentions that it could be the similar stuff to what happened in 2022, especially with those military drills in Belarus, because Russia is using the same forces in Belarus once again, which were used to attack Ukraine. Yes, many of those were shattered by Ukrainian defenders, but some were reorganized, re-equipped, and resupplied. So they're again capable. And Russia may deploy up to 15,000 troops there in Belarus, and who knows what might happen. Then the war started in Ukraine in 2022. There were military drills, and Russian soldiers were not aware even that they will be sent to Ukraine for actual battle action. And what we saw, then Ukraine imprisoned many of the Russian soldiers. Then they were telling, we thought that we are at the military drills. They definitely, in the first few days, thought that they are at the military drills, that something went wrong, and some escalation started, and there is the war, like military conflict, the local one. Many of them didn't even understand that they were in Ukraine. Yeah, there were the cases. So the same stuff in Belarus could happen even this year, and I heard some of the analytics saying that, and some of the warriors of our army, they say that this summer could be the last peaceful for NATO even. So those meetings actually mirror Chamberlain stuff, yeah? Except Ukraine will never ever agree on annexation and giving up the territories. So yeah, there is the risk in Belarus. And that thing that Belarus mentioned that they will reduce, what they say, they will reduce the number of personnel, military personnel involved in military drills, just not to escalate too much. So they did this volunteer step. The same stuff they said in 2022. Absolutely. Like, we're going to reduce our group. Russians, yeah, by the way, Russians said, we're going to reduce our military personnel group by 3 times. Yeah. Then the war had started. So you never know. And Katz tells that the blocking Russian messengers, that now on Telegram you can just message in Russia, no calls, nothing. And it's the first step in blocking. It was done so rapidly. WhatsApp as well. And in autumn they plan to block entire messaging system, like Google Meet, Telegram, WhatsApp, doesn't matter. Actually, I would like to see the face of Durov now, who says that restrictions in UK are stronger than in Russia. Or no, he said about France, not UK, France, yeah. So your messages will be blocked, Durov. Chat is working, chat is working, and with VPN service, but not with all of VPN services. Calls are still working. But it should be like encrypted VPN that sends the fake signal data to provider. So provider sees that you're not, for provider, it seems like you are not calling, but you are doing some different activity with Russian website. So it's like faking internet activity, and not all of the VPNs are capable to do it. So it's the big problem now for Russians. Also, Telegram is used on the front line by Russian soldiers, by Ukrainians as well. Signal, by the way, is not blocked so far. I think it will be harder to block Signal. But Ukraine has resources to build nuclear weapons. Maybe just dirty bomb. I think that, remember the provocation with the Russian dirty bomb, how they say? Sweet, an internet where there is no Russian. Yeah, and Russia is going, like, the plan for Russia is not to escalate even to China-style internet. They want to go full nuclear and escalate it to North Korean style. Because, remember, then on May the 9th, they shut down the internet, mobile internet in many of the Russian regions, just for the safety reasons. And since May, the regular shut down internet. In Belgrade Oblast, they totally killed internet for many days. It was just experiment for Russia to see how people may react and how the life is possible without internet. Then even ATMs refused to work, and then people couldn't pay in their shops, so they switched to the cash and everything. But it didn't kill them, yeah, just some, I don't know, uncomfortable thing. So Russia decided to escalate more. This time in a country scale, introducing new limits for messengers, WhatsApp and Telegram. Supposedly Russia is losing access to all Sony Entertainment movies. Yeah, it is happening since the start of the war. I'm not really surprised here. They have family in Russia? Relatives, yeah, but not the actual family. Relatives, yeah. My aunt is in Russia. What is ticking or picking? This sound beep beep. I wonder what is this. Maybe my PC or what? Haven't heard this sound before. Very strange. I'm scared that Trump will threaten Ukraine to give up entire Donetsk Oblast in exchange for... He is already threatening, but it doesn't mean that Ukraine will give up it like this. Some alarm battery may be being... Yeah. Some alarm battery, but I couldn't understand where is it coming from. still have lots of the gear. Something is beeping. Actually, today Donny called to Belarus president. He say, respected Lukashenko. What is this? We don't have the sound here. Maybe this is the translator. Could be even a Russian one. Putin and Donny. Donald Trump refused to give any sort of the answers to media so far. Maybe he'll tell something on his way to Washington, D.C. And by the way, what is happening with Putin legs here? Again, some of the platforms. Really, really interesting. Yeah. I think he is sick, like Putin himself is sick bastard.
Happened back there. It was just very unusual, atypical, and I think we're all awaiting, the readout, because the way that it felt in the room was not good. It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his photo next to the president and then left. Of course, that is only the piece of the picture that we have right now, and certainly President Trump, who is the host and who is the president, would not want to, I think, enable something that would make him look weak. But we are eagerly awaiting to hear the background on that. And I will also note that we didn't see any sort of scowls on the faces of the likes of Steve Witkoff or Secretary Rubio or any of the other members of the U.S. delegation. And I think had it been concerning, we might have seen something there. But just to paint a picture for you of in the room, how it felt, what we're wondering about, what we need to know to put the pieces together and fully understand what we all just witnessed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels like Putin is pushing Trump really hard with this meeting, and it was the pure humiliation of Donny. Nothing was reached. Putin just standed his ground on Ukraine giving up the territories. That's it. That was the main thing, really. That's crazy, actually. Trump looks like a weak all the time. Yeah. By the way, let's switch to some of the media, like United States media. Let's switch to the freaking Fox News. Even they say like that. It is hilarious because I just played the Fox News. Do they have live on their channel? Probably not. They don't have live. Oh, they have live.
The sooner the better, to the end of the conflict in Ukraine. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. That was very profound.
It's not live, but they say live. That's it. They just watch meeting. Not many people watching it. Sky News.
Instead of this Vladimir, let's go to Moscow, handshake and all this type of thing, I just didn't see that in him. He seemed tired. He seemed worn out.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything specific. But he didn't sit there dump on him either. I mean, he had the press conference. He could have walked out if he was really upset and just walked straight to the plane and said no press conference. You know, he didn't threaten him with sanctions.
No, but one wonders going forward what's going to happen. I mean, we've only got 45 seconds left, Jim, but I mean, the interesting thing was no mention of a ceasefire. Also, no mention of that second summit that Donald Trump was talking about.
No, there was the mention in Moscow.
He called it, with Zelensky and possibly European leaders. Nothing along those lines.
Three leaders, no, was no mention.
And what was most important to me is he didn't mention that they would have a meeting of diplomats to put something together for that second meeting. I mean, my feeling was always that we shouldn't have these three heads of government sit around a table without a piece of paper that had been worked out ahead of time by their staffs. You know, this is usually how it's done. This is how you get to the agreement on these sticky problems. You don't do it with the big guys. You do it with the staff, and then you have a piece of paper. So that wasn't announced either. I mean, I was hoping for a way ahead, at least saying we had a meeting. It was a great meeting. The Secretary of State is going to meet with, and Witkoff, they're going to meet with their Russian counterparts in a week, and they're going to put together the negotiating process to end this war. That would have been great.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that either.
Of course.
No, and we will see in the coming hours what both sides decide to put out.
I think Zelensky might say about this something at least. Someone else saying about it, commenting? Reuters? Oh, they filmed the airport. It's interesting actually to see this airfield. What is this? Galaxy? This is probably a Russian plane, and some of the cars are they getting ready to take off? Well, this is the Air Force One for sure. Probably this is the Russian plane, yeah. Illusion 96. It's smaller than 747, but it's a little further away, so it's hard to compare on this image. It's smaller, but not a lot. Russians or Soviets, it's better to say, copied Airbus, creating their Illusion 86 and then Illusion 96 with a very bad engines. Oh, nice zoom. No, it's like unreachable for, for what? It's too far away. This area. Oh, nice flowers. Yeah, the zoom is nice for the camera. Weirdest place you ever flight? Me? Weirdest? I don't know. It's hard to remember. Maybe Komodo Island. Where with the dragons. Komodo dragons. The current administration is quite simply unprofessional. I doubt they could organize a good... Yeah, 100%. Not too far for weird FPV. Yeah, FPV, yeah. This distance is fine. For FPV drone shots. Yeah. I will ban him if he says something else. Yeah. I think yes, we should ban him. Thanks for telling me. Banned. But here we are now where we are. Russians came from the south anyway. Vulgar, I don't know. There is some of the activity going on with the Russian plane here. Yeah. It seems like they're getting ready for takeoff. Or preparing something, I don't know. I think it's gonna be the short visit after all. Not sure by 100%, but if they're preparing something, it means that they're getting ready for flight. Yeah, it's the shit show was What's the realistic scenario for the peace in your opinion? The realistic scenario for peace, it doesn't exist. Because the peace with Putin is not possible. So realistic scenario is for Russian regime change, that's it. That's the only realistic scenario for any sort of the robust peace. There could be like ceasefire for some time, but really the end of war is not possible with Putin. That's, I believe in this. Judging on how Putin behaves, what he says, what his team says, and even with the Putin change, it doesn't necessarily mean that Russia will change its behavior towards Ukraine. But the regime change in Russia, or Putin's change, it's better to say, might create the ground for internal instability in Russia, and that in its turn could lead to end of the war, or even liberation of Ukrainian territories, because Russia will not be able to handle it. It's not a big city, encourage. It's the small one, yeah, really small city. If it is the city. If it's not to the other side. But the nature is also fantastic. I like Alaska. I love it, actually. If I would to choose the place, for example, in the United States, where to stay for a long time or leave, this would be one of my favorites. I understand that it's kind of expensive, but the nature is just fantastic. Also, I like season change. I like this really snowy winter weather as they have in Alaska, and I just like it a lot. I understand, but that is not realistic. What? I think Ukraine should prepare lots of the drones to confirm Russian air defense. Is anyone watching? Oh yeah, 1,700 people watching the airfield. Different perspective. Okay, interesting that they have. One day ago, Jake, bro, I think I watched it on my last stream already. Times now, biggest arrest in America. Huh? I will check out something else. Some reports from different after the meeting with Putin, Putin went to the local cemetery to put flowers to the Soviet pilots who were buried in Anchorage, and he met with a local priest of the church. Trump went to Washington. So Trump went to Washington and Putin stayed in Alaska. Nice. Where did I see it? Those news coming. Where is it? Like, I just looked at the Telegram channel here. I wanted to show you the video with Putin. Ah, here we go. So this is, yeah. Putin stayed in Anchorage. Those are the Soviet pilots buried, and here, yeah. Putin went to the cemetery. I expected this move also for him to go to the local church, Orthodox church, to go to mark that it is like his land. Yeah, we put our blood for America. I don't know, for victory of America in the Second World War, and Alaska is, so we deserve our Alaska. Yeah, something like this. Trump and Putin will take the hotel room together. Maybe. Yeah, photo session. But it is like the marking that Russia was involved and happy in helping America, and they paid the high price, you know. So Alaska well deserved already. Common heritage, yeah. But Donny left the scene. It's like dog who marks his territory. Yeah, Jellyfish, I agree with you. 1,000,000% I agree with you. So I read this analytic. He is Russian, but he is in very like huge opposition to Putin, and he is supporting Ukraine and everything he can possibly do. So he says the outcome. He really analyzes this political stuff in USA and Russia and everything. So the outcome, there is no deal, 100%. Putin went with his speech for long 8 minutes. Trump almost 4. Everything is not settled. No answers to any sort of the journalists' questions. The press conference happened before the meeting of two of the delegations in expanded. So there will be American and Russian delegation meeting separate, but without leaders. But it was cancelled. After the press conference, the meeting of the extended format of the delegations was cancelled. And even dinner was cancelled. Trump will give interview to the Fox News and go to Washington, but we haven't seen his interview yet. Trump at the press conference looked upset, yeah. I would say that it's the total disaster, the cancellation of the common dinner, the cancellation of the meeting with the extended format between delegations. So there was no subject of the communication was like it was not achieved. At the end, in the end, they say that there could be other meeting. That's it. But it's total failure. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. It shows that it was this disaster. And Donald Trump is like, he's total idiot not to understand that it was the disaster.
Donald Trump.
What is here? Some influencers.
Donald Trump flying those B-2 stealth bombers over Putin's head that may have been the strongest flex of all time. There's flexing on people with Lamborghinis, houses, women, watches, money, you name it. But you fly a B-2 stealth bomber over the head of Putin, and he goes like, you may hate Donald. A lot of people do. But he's a showman, and this is what showmen do. A B-2 stealth bomber over your enemy's head. He said, you want to talk peace, huh? Look at Putin's head. He's still looking up. Trump's like, yeah, come on, let's go up. Let's go up.
So MAGA is flexing about B-2 bombers. But it was standard aviation military parade like they do on football matches. Come on, it's not to scare Putin. It was like it's opposite. It's to honor Putin with this meeting, that you're so important guest that it's the military parade, our military, our guys bow in front of your airplane with this red carpet, That's humiliation, it's called. It's not MAGA is flexing about this. Unless Russia collapses, there is no way for Ukraine can force them out. Yeah, I agree. And it's not just my opinion, it's opinion of everyone in Ukraine, I guess. Not everyone, yeah, you have some percentage, but we understand that the dream of liberation of Ukraine with the current resources is not possible. And it seems like Putin is going home. What they say? Everything looks not according to plan. Putin went and said everything what he wanted to say. Fox News reported. Can we open it? Yeah, we already listened. The way they left in the room was not good. The way that it felt in the room was not good. I didn't seem like things went well. It seems like Putin came in a steamrolled what he wanted to say. Yeah, that's all. They said what they wanted to say. We'll repost it even. And I like this post. Sharing the Fox News. Yeah, it happened. Absolutely no one saw this coming. Really? Oh my God. As expected, a big nothing burger yet. My viewers commenting the stuff. Oh shit, yeah, really, it's... Oh, Dark Hallway, thank you so much for support. Too bad we didn't get Putin Trump's kiss cam. Yeah, it would be awesome. We might leave it for our imagination. No. America has fallen so far so fast. Yeah, I agree. Oh, this is fucker propagandist. Putin destroys fake news reporter with his mimics. Come on. Yeah, again, everyone tweets this. Putin boards his plane. He is heading back to Russia. So he spoke with the American delegation. He went to the cemetery and he flies back. That's it. Very fast. No result. Meeting really for Putin's ego, and he won it absolutely. Because Trump is dumb. And what is hilarious, it's funny and sad at the same time that even on our level, we understand what it was up to. We understand that it will be like this. It would be like this. It will be like this. But Donny, no. Donny lives in his own world. We're going to negotiate with us. He thinks that he can negotiate with Russian dictator, that he has respect and power. But Putin is using Donny in his own, what he can't achieve on the front line, he does like this. Using Trump as his own weaponry. Simply. As simple as that. Bet Putin never trips up the stairs. Yeah. Trump has ADHD. I think he has lots of the stuff. ADHD can have different forms. I also think I have the one, but I cannot prove it. There is no direct diagnosis for it, which may tell you 100%. Looks like he has to. No, he has a suitcase for this pooping stuff. Feedback session for people. Yeah, we already spoke about Putin's reaction, like mimics and everything. Then, do you think war will continue for at least 3 more years, or it will end before? Well, I would say 3 more years is a positive scenario. Maybe more. Ukraine should expect big shipment of weapons to quit picking up Trump. Oh, yeah. You know, Putin fell from the stairs already. I saw. Really? I didn't see it. Did he crack his neck? Well, we would see it in the post. Yeah, exactly. Holy cow, Putin's presidential plane is speeding off from the airport like they truly did something terrible. They got the plane ready to go in record time. Putin is getting the hell out of Dodge quick. Yeah. This is dictator. Nice article from New York Post. This is Putin's chef or cook. Yeah, how to say it. Trump was reminded of how much interest has accrued on his loans from Russia. Yeah, I think maybe Russia has something on Trump. I start to think even like this, that they have some of the compromised Epstein files, videos, video evidence, real evidence, something like this. Okay, here we have the plane, Russian plane. Putin is already inside. Yeah, it's basically the big copy of Airbus. They just widened it, and that's it. A300, yeah, Airbus. But it was the breakthrough in the Soviet aviation, Illusion 86, Illusion 96, but they have very limited resource. I mean, those planes. So it even looks like the big failure, you know? It's like dystopian picture here. Can't help but think the same, yeah. So yeah, it's like a big Airbus A300 with 4 engines, that's it. Because Russians, they didn't have engines capable for this weight to produce enough thrust. That's why they put 4 engines, which are really inefficient. But for Soviet Union, efficiency wasn't really that good. Maybe I can... Sorry guys, I will go to... Maybe I can try Flight Radar 24 to track the flight. Just want to know if they turn on transponder. Oh, what is this? This is Anchorage? Yes. This is Anchorage Airport, WestJet. I think they're at the military base somewhere. Is it the base? Or it's a little bit further? Where is it? I think the previous airplane landed here. Rory, thank you so much for your kind support. As a Briton, Trump lost me. Then he said he would like to date his own daughter Ivanka Trump if he could, and he were young. Yeah. We're gonna switch to that clip. It is terrible. It sounded so like... Wow. He is unhealthy, really, with Ivanka and saying like that, you know. Then she was already an adult. He said like, they were at the interview and he said, I would like to have, he said even sex. I think he said about sex. But she's my daughter, you know, she said like. This is crazy. Like, this is unreal. What do we have here? Army man. It's time to collect the carpet you put to Putin. This is the pure humiliation of USA. And I expected it to be like this, and it happened like this. So we have logic. Oh, who is running? It's Donny the Great. Right? Come on, Donny. Did he give the press conference to the Fox News, or as he promised? I don't know. I think it's Donny. Yeah, Donny there. Will Donny fail? You bet, guys. Will he fail from the stairs or no? Security guard. Putin is already in the plane, from what I understood. I don't care about the past pump room. I don't care about those events, honestly. What happened. I care about what is happening now. Where is Trump? Is he there? Yeah, he's speaking with someone. It seems like I heard that the Russian airplane is already taxiing, no? Every morning, more moment brings us here a bit closer to the Trump's natural coast. He's getting into it. We're all getting to this point, yeah, little by little. But Donny is very close. After all, his age, you know, and he has, I'm sure, medical conditions. 1, 2, 3, come on. Watch your step, Donny. You see those signs? Watch your step. Watch your step. Camera is filming. Come on. Yeah, he made it. Wave. Good boy. Good boy, good boy. Yeah, enough. Go. Well done. You see? Even I can manipulate him. Imagine the capabilities of Putin. I would also go some way improving the relationship. Yeah. No, it was the perfect walk on the stairs. Yeah, what a beauty, Boeing 747. Super airplane. Give Trump Nobel Peace Prize, or he'll stop arms and intelligence support for Ukraine. Yeah, Denys, what do you relatives in Russia think about war? Those are far relatives. I haven't ever I spoke with them when I was a kid, but since that time, no, I don't speak with them. Even before the war, they're distant relatives, not the close ones. Oh, it's taxiing. It's already taken off. Such a short taxi there was. Something. Bird strike, bird strike, bird strike, bird strike. Yeah. But he has 4 engines, even with a single bird strike. Many F-22 Raptors there. It took off. It took off. What they say? And Donny will have his time, here. I'm gonna leave it and I'm gonna follow the flight radar. It's not here. So where is the military airport here, guys? I should zoom out. Maybe they flown without transponder or what? Oh, this is. Maybe we have some delay in the live stream. So Vnukovo, yeah. I've flown so many times to this airport of Vnukovo before 2014, and every time there was, it was terrible experience. I think I have the most, it is the airport with the most landings I have in my entire aviation career. Because at the very beginning we flown from Kiev to, no, not from Kiev, from Kharkiv, from Odessa, from Luhansk, from Donetsk, from Mykolaiv to Vnukovo. So it was the connection between Russia and Ukraine. Yeah, I've flown that airline on ATR. So, yeah, I've flown there hundreds of the times, hundreds of the landings. And sometimes then those pricks are flying, they close the entire airspace in the airport. And you have to circle, wait, you have to take, you don't know, the plans of Vladimir Putin. So we have to have some extra fuel all the time to fly to Vnukovo. For Domodedово and Sheremetyevo, those are 2 big Russian airports, it's okay to fly without some extra fuel, but here to Vnukovo you absolutely should have 1 hour at least extra fuel. Because you never know. This was the hardest place you have took off from or landed at. Maybe, and Indonesia. Such a low vertical speed. Why? 1,300. Maybe for comfortability of President of Russia. Usually it's way higher at this altitude. Yeah, I think you can see it. The vertical speed. 1,300. It's really nothing for this airplane, I guess. With 4 engines and not fully loaded with passengers. So they're climbing, barely climbing. Yeah, very low vertical speed. I think it's made for comfortability. Maybe this for the systems to work more, I would say, gently. What is this? This is the other Russian jet. Maybe this one is Putin's. Yeah, so after all, the live picture gives us the live information. So there is one plane for the Russian delegation and one plane for Putin. Maybe this one for Putin. And Cessna guy is flying towards it. No, just joking. It's just nearby. This picture is impossible in Russia. Like this plane would not be even close, in close proximity to the Russian jet. It's not possible. I mean, this Russian. Oh, it's chasing. You see, I'm gonna chase you. What is happening here? Why is it so fast? November 22, and we don't have the image. Cessna 170. This guy is kamikaze. Come on. No, it was just a glitch of the Flight Rider 24. I thought it could be a cruise missile. Like you saw how direction was changed. Oh, what? That's the glitch. Come on, Flight Rider, don't play with us like that. That's definitely the glitch of the flight, but it was funny. Like again, you see, they fly with those gulls. Jet Cessna, yeah. So yeah, I think this is the Putin's plane. All of this could have been avoided if didn't get. I like this issue. Yamamoto. Yeah, I thought it was some sort of a kamikaze, but it was the glitch. Like, what happened here? I understand. I understand, guys, what happened here. This freaking airplane probably has some sort of the GPS jam on board. Or something like this. And it jammed, like, they were close, and it jammed the signal for this airplane. I think it was like this. I think they interfere with the navigation and GPS data. It seems like. I don't see any other explanation why this glitch happened, because it receives the data live from ADSB, which gives all of the airplane parameters, most of them, flight parameters, plus geodata from GPS. And this plane also climbs very slowly, like 1,100 feet per minute. Really slow. It looks like it's underpowered. Or maybe like one more variant, they take care about the resource of the engines and they don't want to spool up too much because they don't have spare parts. Denys, do you have any opinions on Kosovo? No. I am noob in the topic. I cannot comment it. I can comment just news if the news are happening there. Hoping for 7700 Squawk. Yeah, this airplane is actually it's new airplane, just 4 years old. Russia is still capable to make those. Guys, do you think? They already kaputted the assault group there. I'm filming the video. If you want to check, here is the map. This is what is happening. So, Ukrainian army, after all, managed to break the Russian breakthrough. Because our guys are really capable, those forces which were sent there. So yeah, I already filmed the most part of the video. Just need to add more story to this, and gonna publish the video on Ukrainian update channel soon. So it's good. Inside the city, what kind of city? And now the vertical speed almost stopped. Why? It's almost horizontal flight, like plus 200, like it's nothing. One more kamikaze plane. Kamikaze. Oh, this one is good. Hydroplane. De Havilland, Canada, DHC Beaver. Angry Beaver. Now they're descending. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is happening? Why are they descending? Really maintaining the same altitude. 0 feet per minute. 16,000 feet. For what? Is there any traffic in this area? No. What the hell happened? How many people? 51,000 people are watching. Maybe they have some of the airspace restrictions, I don't know. Like, oh, they start to climb. Clouds, no, clouds is okay. Like, the weather is here, you see. The data from the weather radar. Here also, it's not the problem. The weather is okay. The clouds is not the factor for those jets. Okay, now they start to climb. Way faster. Number one worldwide tracked by people. Close to 50,000 people watching. Yeah, now it's like more or less okay vertical speed. 2,000 feet per minute, close to that. What is this? Cessna Skywagon. Flying in this lake, okay. Okay. There's the radar plane circle nearby American one. Yeah, it's just a private plane. Cessna 185. It was 400,000. Then it arrived. Oh my god. I missed the opportunity to stream, really. I was so tired. And number two, encouraging to Nukawa tracked 33,000. Oh, okay. Update for tomorrow? Yeah, it's gonna be ready soon. I just need to edit the video. Front lines, updates, and everything. Should I save it for tomorrow's thumbnail? I guess I should. I'll save it later. Or maybe I should save it here. Okay. Soviet saved. This face. Fuck. Ooh, looks like this some sort of the troll, yeah? Troll or goblin or something. Orc. Meanwhile, California Governor Newsom monks Trump in the Trump style. Trump just fled the Putin with Putin with Putin. No questions, nothing. Total low energy. Yeah. Jake Bro. Tweeting Chamberlain. Chamberlain flying to see Hitler today. Let's try to find peace solution. Historical perspective. Yeah, the past administration was way, way better. Oh my god. The For You page is crazy. Yeah, I should save this one. Yeah, it didn't happen. They bow for him. Some of the recommendations. 65. Maybe some following page, I would say, some of the news here. No breakthrough at Dobropilya, no breakthrough at Anchorage. Yeah, actually, it was a breakthrough, political breakthrough. I don't agree that, like, totally there is no breakthrough in the meeting. Yeah, the war will continue, like, it was understandable. But Putin humiliated Donny here and America itself. It's 100%. Well, America humiliated itself. First of all, by electing Donny, and secondly, by Donny's behavior. So, from political perspective, it was the victory for Putin. There is the takeoff, okay.
And Little Diarmid. I think the American one is Little Diarmid. And you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing really happened. And we already saw it. Yeah, nothing really new happened. Just flies flying here. So yeah, guys, I think it's understandable, yeah? Everything is understandable what happened. Nothing happened. Like pure political victory of Putin. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, we have a record number of the stream activity here. Almost 300 people watching. This is so far the record for the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Because I use this channel for, like, it's my trash channel. I mean YouTube. The Twitch, I stream everything on Twitch as well. So for YouTube channel, we have the record number of the activity. It's cool. Actually, it's cool. You can say he didn't tired. Yeah. Everything we already knew and said a million times. Yeah, of course. More worried about Agent Orange. He's rotten. I think, like, Russia, after all, they have, I think, something against Trump. On Trump, maybe. I cannot explain his behavior. Yeah, thank you, Susie. Did Trump French kiss Putin? No, I think not, after all, but he was really close to it. Yeah, Betsy. Yeah, it's good that we boost the activity on this channel. Like, it's used for different lifestyle videos, some absolutely strange, cringe, sometimes content, but thank you so much for joining. And yeah, I'm gonna regularly stream here some of the events. Maybe around Ukraine, maybe around some different topics. Like, this is my corner where I can speak about everything without censorship. Putin may have abstained. Yeah, I also think like that, maybe. But Yeah, it's just conspiracy theory. Strange old man seen shouting from rooftop. Yeah. Yeah. I found it on YouTube. Yeah, also YouTube recommended this. It's awesome, actually. Then it starts an extra channel as fun hobby, and it turns into the... I don't think it will turn into the hit, I mean, this channel, but could be. No one knows. I actually started to speak about Ukraine, like, because I had some of the free time in the village, and I wanted to raise awareness about what is happening in Ukraine. So it was like just this one-time idea I tried, and I have more views than usual, so I film it again, like day by day. And once then I filmed about Russian general, some of the Russian general, which was KIA. On that video I had like 500,000 views. 500,000 views. By the time usually I got like 10,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000 views maximum. On that I had 500,000, and since that time YouTube just started to recommend my channel, and and it went all over the top. And from what I understood, like YouTube likes regularity. So if you upload content every day, it is very good for YouTube. It might propel videos. So regularity. It doesn't matter, I think, what you actually film, but yeah, it's important for the audience, yeah. But importance is also to be consistent, like upload, and you'll have result. So after all, for algorithms, quality is not that big thing as quantity, but it also matters, especially then viewers, they watch your video from like audience retention. If they click, they watch you for some time, yeah, it is more tasty for YouTube algorithms. Then it's on a flight radar time in a flight coming to Alaska from Russian government plane. What? Yeah, we checked out the flight radar. I already showed it to you. Like this one is flying, we're tracking it very low vertical speed, but it has already reached the high flight level here. So at this, what we have, it's AVAX airplane, Boeing E3C, AVAX. Probably listening what Putin is saying there. Are there some of the Russian jets deployed? This is one more airplane. I think it's like 18, if it is 18 years old, there is the Russian delegation like Lavrov, Ustinov, the financial minister, and many more. And if you click on this one, like 4 years old, oh, this is Putin's airplane. AVAX right there, yeah. Usually guys who supply Ukraine with some of the information about the Russian attacks. Here they fly. And this airplane is freaking 44 years old. Because it's Boeing 707. Well, many people also track it. And what is this? Huh? Wait, what? So we have Russian plane. We have Russian plane. And we have Russian plane. 3 Russian planes. Different registration or what? Yeah. This different, and this different. Well, maybe this one is like a cargo version or something. Well, it's passenger airplane, we see it, but it has the big cargo hold, so Putin went there with his own limousine, Aurus, so they need to take all of the belongings and people, media, journalists, everyone. So one for Russian delegation, main one, one Putin, because if this aircraft witnessed something in the front, air defense. And what is this? Oh, one more AVAX. Yeah, America is damn serious about it. Oh, they're escorting those airplanes. United States is freaking escorting the airplanes of Russian Federation. Huh? What do they form here? They have the letter. They formed the letter or what? Or it's just the accident, those Cessnas, and not just Cessnas. It's like P but inverted, yeah? I would like some Cessna pilot to draw maybe Putin Huilo or something like that. In this case, it would be hilarious if some small general aviation pilot, I would pay for it. Yeah, fuck. I should have come out with this idea. I would pay for it really myself. Like if someone flown here somewhere not far away on the Cessna and put in it and draw Huilo or fuck Putin or something like this, that would be gold, really. But it's not happening, unfortunately. I would definitely pay for it. I don't know how much, but for this, a lot. Yeah, fuck. I just came out with this idea now, and it's yeah. Should have planned it well to contact someone to, and it's not like a violation. Like you fly it in general airspace, like category G, without ATC. In uncontrolled airspace, let's say the low altitude. So you may drone whatever you want or fly as you want. Yeah, that would be hilarious, to fly here like Putin, Huilo or something. Why those guys are flying there in the Rocky Mountains? And they crossed each other, didn't collide. But they were like 1,000 feet apart, yeah? Yeah, 1,000 feet apart. Interesting. And this is AVAX, yeah. So United States is actually escorting the Russian planes, checking if there is some maybe air defense, maybe some guys with book systems, maybe. Yeah, the man part is unable to reach those airplanes at this altitude. Nice to catch you live stream. Yeah, thank you, Red Valley. Red Valley, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It would be fun to launch this fundraise, even for some guy to write something. But it's not happening. I think if we did it, we would be remembered, and it would go to media and everywhere. Like, yeah. Only now I have this thought. Then it's over. Okay, next time maybe. If there is the meeting, yeah, but we lost the opportunity, but it's okay. In Moscow, you cannot do it. But in America, yes, you can. In Kamchatka, another plane is on their way to Anchorage. In Kamchatka, it's in Alaska one, and in Kamchatka... this is Aeroflot. They fly to where? Petropavlovsk-Kamchatka. Oh, yeah. This one is flying. How many planes do they have? Illusion 96. Seems they lifted all of the fleet. China. Vancouver to Beijing, and they fly over Russia. Four airplanes, at least, are used by Russia. This AVAX airplane is like a police car. This one as well. Oh my God. Just look at this truck. They fly a lot, really. What is this? Some cold front? Yeah, it's gonna be one more landing of the Russian plane. Maybe guys on the ground would think that Putin lands back. Trump is saying that the summit meeting with Putin was a 10 out of 10. Really? Mm. Fox News, let's go. Do I have some live? Still the conference, you see, still the conference. Who is watching this stuff? I think it's not important. There was no interview of Trump so far. Strangely, yeah. Denys, you are... Thank you. Maybe the real Putin is arriving. I don't believe in Putin's doubles. No, there is no proof for that. I don't believe in conspiracy theories without any proofs. Okay, what Peskov says, I'll translate to English just not to translate it myself. The conversation between, it's the spokesman of Kremlin, of Putin. The conversation between Trump and Putin allows us to confidently continue together on the path of seeking settlement option. Tell me what does it mean? He also added that the conversation, like Peskov added, that the conversation between the two presidents was very positive and both made comprehensive statements. So it was decided to refuse questions from journalists at the press conference. What? So there, like Peskov said, that the result of the talk will, like, it will allow us to go forward in seeking variants to regulate or to settle, for settlement of conflict. Nothing really. Oh yeah, here we have 10 out of 10. What else Trump may say? Like, he's just an idiot. And that's the Soloviev Live Russian TV.
I just was texting back and forth with Sean Hannity, who just sat down with the president, and he said the president noted that he came out and said there wouldn't have been a war if he was president, and that's what part of Vladimir Putin said at the end of his written remarks. And he also said, in a scale of 1 to 10, I give today a 10. So that's the president grading what he thought of the meeting.
Yeah, Soloviev Russian TV. I subscribe for their Telegram to check out the Russian propaganda. And let's see what they say. They quote some of the media, American media, Western media as well, but they interpret events in their own favor. Trump says talks with Putin productive, but no deal yet. Ukraine war latest. Trump says no deal reached on Ukraine yet, but let's join his conference. Donald Trump left more questions than answers. He flown over Putin gave precious few. Okay. Love the depths. Updates. Trump says there is no deal on Ukraine. Trump and Putin take no questions after. Yeah, Trump-Putin breaks off summit with no Ukraine deal as talks end early. So yeah, no deal. Even Russians say about it. Freaking Russians are saying about it.
Он мне сам рассказал о том, как здесь зарождалась православная церковь.
He personally told me how the Russian Orthodox Church was established here.
Рассказал о том, что он здесь тоже бывал, был на службе.
He told me he'd been to Alaska and he assisted at the divine service.
С большой теплотой очень отзывался обо всем.
And he spoke with great warmth about his recollections.
Вам самые наилучшие пожелания.
And he asked me to give you his best greetings.
Guys, remember, if there is the Russian Orthodox Church, Russian, not in general Orthodox Church, but Russian, with Russian influence, expect Russia proclaims that as their own territory. They have a huge influence in Ukraine through their church, Moscow's church. And by the way, Zelensky, and not only Ukrainian government, I think it's the good move they gave till 24th of August for Ukrainian Orthodox Church of the Moscow's Patriarchy to cancel all of their relations with the Moscow Church, otherwise they will be closed. Because Ukraine has alternate its own Orthodox Church, and those fuckers, Tuckers, Carlsons, then they say that Ukraine destroys Christianity, religion. It's manipulating just Russian branch. Ukraine has its own legitimate church, Ukrainian church, independent. And this is, but Russia is using religion in their own favor, like to provide influence in other countries.
And I would like to present you some small gifts as a token. This is
So it is what Putin wants, even expanding his influence into Alaska. Like we have our, there is some sort of the Orthodox Church. It could be ours, We are in relations. So that was the main point of his visit, to humiliate Donny, first of all, to show all of the maps of Ukraine, because he brought lots of the papers with him and everything, explaining that Ukraine is not existent state. It was a fake to make the state even existing. I'm sure he said like that. And here he wants to show that Russia has, and he personally, influence even in America.
St. Herman of Alaska.
И, насколько я понимаю, является покровителем с точки зрения православной церкви, является покровителем Америки.
And as far as I understand, he is the patron saint of America in the Orthodox tradition.
Yes. Что вам всего самого доброго. Спасибо.
So I would like to wish you all the best.
Thank you so very much.
Благодарю вас.
Сегодня праздник.
And there is also a holiday.
Да, Успение.
Donation of Theotokos.
Хочу вам тоже передать на память эту икону.
So this is another gift I would like to present to you.
И хочу пожелать вам всего самого доброго.
And I would like to wish you all the best.
Also, here Putin shows to MAGA wing, that he's so Christian, They will say, oh, Christianity, values, wow. And, even sometime recently, even MAGA say that Trump could be involved deeply into Epstein thing. And they would see like Putin, oh, no, this is the guy. This is the guy that likes God and he is so traditional, values, blah, blah, blah. Like this Derek Hoffman, who went to Russia. So, it's a great PR, I would say, for Putin. And this is real. Like it's during the visit of Putin to Alaska.
I'm very, very grateful.
So fight with VOG in America. We need Russian president to lead our way.
I also have a little gift. If
У меня
I could
также
bring
для
it.
вас есть небольшой подарок.
Very small gift.
Это небольшой подарок.
But it's the icon that I was given when I was made a bishop
and it was given to me by monks from the Holy Mountain.
Это икона, которая
The sound is terrible.
дана мне в дар, когда я был рукоположен в епископы со Святой горы.
And it's been in my prayer corner for 4 years.
В течение 4 лет она находилась в моем уголке, где я молюсь.
And I'd like to give it back to you to express the gratitude that the native peoples of Alaska have to the leaders that came before, to those in Russia that sent the missionaries.
И я хотел бы передать ее вам для того, чтобы выразить признательность коренного населения Аляски, лидерам той страны, которая направила когда-то сюда миссионеров.
For us, Russia has given us what's most precious of all, which is the Orthodox faith, and we are forever grateful.
Россия подарила нам то, за что.
So yeah, truth is Russia gave America Christianity, let's say, yeah? MAGA, Putin is your new god. It was nice trip for Putin, but I have some doubts about the Nobel Prize for Trump. Yes, indeed. It's cringe as fuck. Yes, it is cringe as fuck. But Putin played it very well. I mean, I don't have anything to say about Putin. Like, from his perspective, how he thinks, from his dictatorship, it was such a great victory. Diplomatic victory, indeed. And Trump, he is just... Even on the conference, Trump hardly came out with some of the words. So this is humiliating. Like, Putin achieved his result. He wanted to humiliate America. He did it.
Мы наиболее вам признательны, что-то наиболее ценное — это православная вера, и мы всегда будем признательны.
Но это то, что нас объединяет.
But this is what brings us together.
В основе
Absolutely.
наших отношений.
This is the foundation of our relations.
Yes. And I go to Russia, I'll try to go yearly, and it's a great benefit to my priests and my seminarians, because they see, for them when they go to Russia, they say, I've been home, I've come home.
Я стараюсь ежегодно.
So this priest is already brainwashed. He says, I go to Russia, I feel like home, you know. It's the great beneficial for my beliefs to go to Russia. Of course, Putin and team has experience of 20 plus years, and Trump, Vitkov was a real estate developer. Yeah. They outplayed Trump's team. Like, I think the only sane person there close to some of the decision making is little Marco, but he is not really decisive figure. So this is the clown team out there in Donny, and it will backfire to Donny himself pretty much hard. How much did they pray for the priest? I don't know.
Оказывается, в России и для меня, равно как и для моего священства, и для семинаристов, это всегда большой подарок. Каждый раз, когда они оказываются там, они говорят, мы чувствуем, что оказались дома.
Вы всегда у нас желанный гость и чувствуете себя там как дома.
You are always welcome guests in Russia, and please feel at home whenever you come.
Thank you.
Or Russia may come to you. Yeah. What else they say? They also published the flight-rated data.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you very much.
I think we already heard it.
Я хотел бы сказать, что у нас была очень...
Я хотел бы поблагодарить господина Трампа за совместную работу в условиях. Уважаемый господин президент.
And Putin's speech, it was more complex, more organized from the logical perspective. So whoever wrote it did a great job compared to blah, blah, blah about nothing from Donny. Yeah, here it's also like blah, blah, blah about nothing, but we understand that Putin wants to reach. From this speech, we understand that Putin wants to eliminate the causes of the war. He is like not oriented on a ceasefire at all. And it wasn't achieved. Mr. Robot, yeah. But in general, the speech itself was done more professional, way more professionally compared to incompetent orange idiot in the White House.
Видели что-то за кулисами, почувствовали ли вы что-то там? Какая атмосфера, какое настроение?
Я думаю, атмосфера в целом позитивная. Российская дипломатическая недвижимость. Мы подготовили документы соответствующие. Российская сторона свои варианты, они обсуждаются. Я надеюсь, что президенты дадут, ну, собственно, они уже дали им.
I don't know who is this guy, honestly. Oh, Dmitriev, he is he used to live in the United States. He got some high education, maybe even in Harvard. I don't know. I need to check out his biography, but he is like very educated Russian Russian FSB worker, and he is responsible for the commercial deals with Russia and their allies, and he plays the key role, I would say, in Russian-American negotiations.
Мы сейчас все услышим. Сейчас все услышим, сейчас все знаем.
What was the atmosphere? And he says, we're gonna hear everything, and yeah, we're gonna hear. I think his career went to the moon after he married some sort of the daughter of the high Russian chief.
Кремлевский пул, у вас все хорошо, все нормально? Камеры, покажите, пожалуйста, больше внимания.
Silvanov, the financial minister of the Russian Federation, and Belarus defense minister. If financial minister is presented there, and Scott Bessent was also presented, I think they wanted to have some of the commercial deal around their relations, but after all, we understand that the meeting between delegations didn't happen. Like, there were talks, but the extended format meeting didn't happen. Trump coin. Too much. So cringe. So many chairs, and for what?
Симпатичная, красивая телевизионная картинка. Но посмотри.
This is the puppet journalist, so-called, of Putin. He always flies with him, and in the plane, even in the car sometimes. So yeah, this is outside. Yeah, the journalist camp. Russian propaganda as usual. And this is funny, actually. And Putin, this is from Russian channel also, just look how many papers he brought. Maybe those are the maps to show from the Kiev Rus, the development of the Rus, of Russia. And he brought with him, like, it is the table which was between Putin and Trump at the first meeting. And those are the Trump supporters. Those were many Ukrainian supporters, actually, in this area, but Russian propaganda will not show them. Yeah, so here they sat, and Putin later on put the papers, like those papers, on this small table, yeah? His colleague put it. As you see. So those were the maps where Ukraine was preparing the offense on Russia. In the standard delegation, you may see Ushakov, Lavrov, Little Rubio, Little Marco, sorry. Fox reminds me of a cat covering stinky mess. Yeah. So those files. Pedo files. And he is happy. He is there with Trump. I didn't know. Oh. I thought he was alone there, but he went there with Trump. Okay. I think it's like curse if Trump goes in the same car with his friends, like it happened with Elon Musk. They were also cheerful, but later on, no. Apparently, Trump's pre-recorded interview with the Fox News shortly. Yeah. Maybe. I'm gonna check the Fox News, try to find it. Sorry now. Foxik Newsik. "15 minutes ago." Let's check.
Chairman of the House Foreign Relations Committee, Brian Mast. Brian, you're as fluent in foreign relations as anyone in the House. Your thoughts about reading between the lines now, because you don't know a lot of facts about what happened over the course of 3 hours.
Yeah, I think the president is clear-eyed, number one. I think his posture showed that he was clear-eyed about what Vladimir Putin was saying, where Vladimir Putin was wrong. His back is against the wall. There's double NATO land borders along Russia because of Vladimir Putin. As you mentioned in the previous segment, everybody's meeting their commitments or upping their commitments. Russian economy is not growing by 20%. They're in massive inflation is what's going on there, in fact. And you look at the list of things that are happening here, the biggest national security threat to any Russian male is forced conscription and then a deployment to go to the invasion of Ukraine. And these things are being realized across the board. And President Trump, I think, is just crystal clear that Putin's back is against the wall. And I think he demonstrated that clearness with his very first action before saying a word, with the fact that he flew B-2 bombers over his head.
Why was that important?
I think that was not an accident, obviously. For him to fly a B-2 bomber over Vladimir Putin's head, it was a signal to him that when President Trump says, hey, there could be very serious consequences, he's saying that these serious consequences can be very far-reaching. Maybe it's fires that we sell to European countries or other NATO countries that can reach Moscow or St. Petersburg.
That's what MAGA say, like, he's strong, he shows the power. But it's what greeting military parade.
That's what I read between the lines of that number one action of them stepping on stage and having that bomber go overhead.
So, Chairman, in the first time President Trump was president, there was some friction with NATO. We know that. We saw it. There was some mocking among European leaders and the president. We witnessed it. We remember the open mic moment as they all talked about the president when he was in the other room, when he was in London, and Boris Johnson was the prime minister. But now you have a very united Europe. You have a very united NATO, and they seem to have respect for the president. So that's another goal of Russia's that has not worked. You have not divided the West from Europe.
No, I think it's entirely true. And Vladimir Putin is operating in a hallucination if he's reading anything other than that. And again, President Trump is clear-eyed on what the actual facts are. And if you go back to what you brought up about history and that divide between the United States of America and NATO in the 45 administration, President Trump was hammering Europe saying, hey, why are we a part of...
Okay, it's... Again, they want to see what is not there. We are in recommendations. Awesome. So, guys, tell me, what do you think about this? Everything which you witnessed today. As a European, I don't believe we have stopped mocking Orange Man. Expected. Yeah. Brian Musk thinks BB can do no what? Donny and Putin love a military display and was the warm Putin. Yeah. Bullshit. Nothing will be accomplished. Circus. We are living in a fever dream. Everything is like it was yesterday. Lots of the wasted time. War criminal who is in the most wanted list gets shown a red carpet in America instead of being arrested. That's what I saw today. Yeah, unfortunately. It wasn't. Yeah, thank you, Betsy, for watching me, follow me. More military assistance to Ukraine, but I don't expect that to happen from White House. Yeah. Well, at least we have something. At least, like, it happened. The meeting happened, yeah. History happened. So decisive meeting, but... Okay, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me for the stream. I will upload the video very soon after short editing, and stay awesome. Ciao.